sense. This is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the bleacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go? Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. It's the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us
Massachusetts. In the words of Shakespeare, once more unto the breach, dear friends. Your starting lineup for Coach Ellie's squad is going to be Eva Belanger, the pride of Quebec at center. Charlotte Lee on left wing, Siri Bolding on right. Your blue liners are going to be Hall and Krushelnyski. In net, number 35, Q. Quinn Kelly. 15 minutes on the clock to get this contest started. And the Sabres are working from right to left if you're listening on the radio. Benches are on the far side. Penalty boxes right in front of us as this is a college rink, home of the Perry College Colonels. Your colors for today's broadcast. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres wearing their away maroons as they have all weekend long. Black on the shoulders. White just underneath that, a little white trim. You're going to have white letters on the SSM on the front, white numbers on the shoulders and back. A white and black piping around the armband, waist, and sock. Juliana Golden rips one from the top of the left circle off the Stanstead College Spartans defender. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. Finishing up, this Sabres wearing their black shells, black helmets, black gloves with maroon and white trim. Stanstead College. Looking like the Detroit Red Wings a little bit. White jerseys with red all on the shoulders. A double white or double red stripe around the armbands, waist, and socks. Red shells, red helmets, red gloves with white trim. Down in the left wing corner out to Pape here to left point. Pape fires one. Tipped by Monaco in front of the net. The one-man wrecking crew on the redirect and the save by the Spartans goaltender. It's going to be the Monaco sisters out there now splitting it up. Monaco G on right D. Elena, the one-man wrecking crew left wing. Field on your face-off, Golden in the slot. Emma Pape as your left defender. Pape off the draw, sends it into the corner. Off the stick of Golden, behind the net. Monaco and Field coming in, trapping left to right. Picked up by Elena, pop loose for Field on the far side. Field out to G, right point. G bounces out, sends over Pape here near side. Pape into the corner, hits Golden. Golden back, left wing hash marks now. Looks to hit the brakes, cuts back down towards the face-off dot, into the left wing corner by the Zanders. Curls back around once again, sets it up to Pape. Pape fires from left point. Gloved away by the defender of the Spartans, picked up by Tommy Cinquino. Thomasina Cinquino. Tommy C, known by her fans. And it's going to be the Stanstead College Spartans. Up the zone here, they're going in front of Pape, thrown behind her. Going to be slowed up by Q and collected by G in the right wing corner. G hits Tommy C here to the near side. Kept in by the Spartans. Bodied off by Tommy. Thrown into the zone by Nora Patak. And we're going to get an icing as she was on the other side of center. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. It'll be Patak at center. MC and TC are your wingers. Matea Conklin, number 15, headed out there now. It'll be Hall and Vernig on D. Cinquino, Hall, and Conklin in the slot. Patak at center. Vernig on the half wall in the right wing corner. Puck goes down low. Hall coming in. Right hash marks. Tommy C coming in. Puck slides back behind the net for Hall, who carries it right to left behind Q. Conklin on the far side. Sends one off the glass. Glove down by the Spartans at neutral zone. Thrown right back into the left of Q in the right wing corner. For Vernig. Vernig, D-to-D pass behind the net for Hall. Hall patient now with the puck, sends it back over to Big, creating time and space as the Spartans look to set up their forecheck. Cinquino, little Gorbatenko flip there inside the zone, slowed up by the Spartans. Conklin just gets upended right there. Tommy C on the defensive side of it. Backing up is Vernig at center, just out of frame, along with Andy Hall in the face-off circle at center ice. She backs up even further now. Spartans come away with the board battle win, but it slides over to the far side in front of the Sabre benches. Hall sends it up to Conklin. Conklin across the blue line. Chips one forward to Dylan King. Knocked away by the Spartans. They're going to pick it up in their zone and slide it right over here in front of us. Here comes the Spartans. Chip pass for Niggs. Player goes down in the right wing corner. Sent back out by the Sabres and collected back by the defenseman of the Spartans here inside their own zone. Eva Molnar on the forecheck now. Off the glass out of the zone into the hands of Krushelnyski. She pulls it across the Sabre line. Toe drag around the forechecker trying to hit Molnar. Intercepted by the Spartans at center. Molnar still hacking on it. Here comes Ligna now, off the skates of Ligna. Puck forward by Molnar. Picked back up by the Spartans towards the Sabre benches. Fired in deep. Down behind the net of Q. She's going to slow it up, and they're going to dump it over here to the near side. Picked up here by Hall. Hall in the right wing corner. King in for support. Another Spartan coming in. Charlotte Lee going to dig it out of the right wing hash marks. That puck slid up the strong side. Out towards King. Swatted away by the college Spartans. Stanstead College Spartans. Just call them the Spartans if I can get that on my head right now. It'll be Hall over here to the near side. A little bit behind Krushelnyski. That's going to slide down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 11-11 to go here in period number one. Make a wish, folks. Out there now is going to be Charlotte Lee along with Belanger and Siri Bowling. Blue liners are going to be Pape and Krushelnyski. Pape makes her way over to the right wing circle half wall. Krushelnyski stacked in the I formation below Lee. And Siri Bolding on the far left side of that slot by Q. High slot, far high, right circle, firing a shot is going to be the Spartans. Another backhand shot, saved by Q. Chopped forward by the Sabres, picked up by Belanger. Swatted away by the Spartans, cut off by Pape, popped it free for Lee. Lee in front of the penalty box now. Chips one forward to Belanger. Belanger drags it across the slot on the backhand. Looks to fire a shot coming in as Bolding. Belanger goes down. Spartans come away with the loose change. 2-on-2 in front of Pape and Krushelnyski. And Stanstead throws it in behind the net of Q. Q swings it over here to the near side. Lee gonna have to come trucking down to get it. And it's intercepted by the Spartans. Picked up here by Krushelnyski, who sends it over to Bolding on the far side. Bolding touches one out towards Lee. 2-on-2 with Belanger. Lee takes it wide right, wraps one around underneath the net here to the near side by the Zamdors. Belanger with position, sends one down behind the goal line. Nope, intercepted by the Spartans first. Spartans pushing it up the ice. Past Monaco now in front of the right wing corner. Poke checked away by Vernig. Picked up by the one-man wrecking crew. It's going to be Monaco up to Golden. Golden coming up the ice with Field on her left. Monaco, Gianna in tow. Golden fires a shot, blocked by the Spartans. Elena coming in. She ties up a girl. Fished out past Field. 3-on-2 the other way. Back checking his Golden. Picked up by Vernig at center. Vernig going to carry it across from the Spartan benches now. Right wing corner. Elena heads to the net. In support now on the offensive side. Into the right wing corner. Chipped down low by Vernig. Cut off his Field. Spartans send one forward out towards Gianna. It's 3-on-3 in front of Monaco. Centering pass past Golden. Broken up by Vernig. Bound in front of Q. And Vernig in the right wing corner, left wing corner. She tried to go to D behind the net for G. That was blocked by the Spartans and out of the zone on the golf in the one-timer, out to the right point rather. Losing a net guard is going to be somebody from one of the players out there. Gianna Monaco collecting loose change. She pushes forward towards Golden, and the Spartans are going to grab it at neutral ice and regroup. Back on the far side towards the penalty boxes. Cut behind Cinquino, and here right in front is going to be the Spartans. Go cross ice into the left wing corner for Krushelnyski. Spartans trying to set up the forecheck. Over here to the near side. Hits Hall rather, pushed out of the ice by Cinquino. And Conklin and Patak on the forecheck, and Stanstead College reversing the ice quick. It's just in the neutral zone, just above the blue line of the Sabres. High slot fires a shot wide right of Q, or wide left of Q, but it went right. And it's Krushelnyski shoves on the far side for Conklin. Conklin put on the wall. Here comes Patak for support. 2-on-2, 50-50 battle, won by the Spartans. And down in the left wing corner it goes. Left wing face-off dot. Punch forward by Krushelnyski. Left point fires a shot. Right of Q here to the near side. In the right wing corner. Poke check by Hall. Picked up by Tommy C. TC to MC. 2-on-2 with the back checker. MC throws it into the right wing corner. Cinquino on the forecheck now. Cinquino going to pounce it into the wall. Coming in is Conklin. She knocks it loose. Conklin left wing corner trying to push it. Cycles it back down low for TC. Up for Dylan King. Swatted away by the Spartans. And here they're coming up the ice towards Conklin and King. On the far side now trying to split Hall and Pape. Top of the right circle. Poke check by Hall. Comes towards Pape. Saved by Q. Rebound for Emma. Number 18 goes D to 7 Hall. Hall, right wing corner, goes cross ice, hits Conklin right in front of the Sabre benches, who jams one in deep, wrapping around behind the net of the Spartans. And it's going to be Dylan King on the forecheck. Reversing the ice going to be the Spartans. Coming in is Ligda now. Ligda forced it away, back behind the net. Picked back up by the Spartans. Ligda on the forecheck along with Molnar is high F2. Here comes Eva Belanger. Pape chopped it free, top of the right circle towards Monaco. Firing a shot off the face mask of Q and out of play. At 7:38 to go here in the period. Then we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Spartans. So far, the Spartans having the advantage on shots on net, I would say. Out there now for the Sabres will be Pape on the half wall. Belanger taking your draw. G down behind the net of Q, looking to hit Bolding. Bolding back to Belanger and Lee. It's going to be 2-on-2. Lee going to drag it across, top of the right circle, comes down low, fires one across, them just missing the stick of Belanger. Belanger, left wing handspring, now chopped it loose, picked up by Charlotte Lee, back to Belanger, punched forward by Bolding, knocked loose by the Spartans. There's 3 on Bolding and Belanger, trying to punch it back down to Lee, swatted away by the Spartans on the far side. Out comes Andy Hall as Gianna went for the line change. Bolding at center, she cuts it off in front of the Sabre benches, and we're going to get a penalty. Penalty on the Sabres, I believe, for interference. Let's see who's going. Is it the Sabres or is it the Spartans? I actually don't know who the penalty's on, folks. It's going to be number 18. Looks like she's headed to the sin bin. I did not see the interference at 7:06. here in period number 1. That is a Sabres power play. This power play brought to you by Bubby's Beef and Red Hots in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Bubby's Beef and Red Hots, the best fresh cut fries this side of the Swains River. Stop in and see Andy. Tell him I said hi, folks. Golden just missing on the one-timer in the slot there. Golding is slammed into the wall. Spartans try to send it out of the zone. It's going to be Golden sends one to the net, out towards Patak, picked up by Field. Field sends it over to Boulding. Boulding walking in left face at the fires a shot. Nice shot by Boulding, using the defender as a screen, but the goaltender makes a fantastic save. And it's going to be Field throws one right into the hands of the Spartans. She's got a breakaway. Field and Vernig firing a shot. Saved by Q, but it's tipped in on the rebound by the Spartans on a shorthanded goal at 6:31 to go here in the period. That is going to be number 4 with your shorty chasing. Q with the initial save, the nice follow-up as number 4 crashed the net for the Spartans. And we're still on the one-man advantage. 55 seconds to go on that Bubby's Beef and Red Hots power play. Your power play unit out there now is going to be Belanger. Conklin to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski fires one just behind the net on the far side. It's going to be Belanger, Lee, Boulding, Conklin. It's going to be Conklin over to Hall. Hall working the point now. They're going to set it up. Over to Conklin, right side, sends it in the corner. Hits Belanger, or hits, I'm sorry, Krushelnyski. Hall, point, over to Belanger, near side. Belanger, bottom of the circle, fires one over the crossbar, out of the zone. It's going to fly all the way down with 22 seconds to go on there. Bubby's Beef and Red Hots power play. Slowed up by Q. Picked up here by Hall. Hall left to right here behind the net, now on the near side. Goes up the ice towards Ligda. Ligda tips one forward into the right wing corner for Charlotte Lee. Belanger heads to the net. Lee grabs it left to right. Puck is loose in front of the blue paint. Swatted away. Picked back up by Ligda. Ligda top of the right circle. And we are even strength, folks. Firing one is Ligda, saved by the goaltender of the Spartans. Poked by Lee, and it's going to be a 2-on-1. Belanger covering D. Top of the right circle. Belanger with the block. In the right wing corner. Picked back up by the Spartans. Hall coming in. Chips one out to the right point. Kept in by the Spartans. Intercepted right in top right circle by Belanger to Hall, and fired down by Conklin for the icing at 5:13 to go here in the first period. This is familiar territory for the Sabres. They always seem to start out down a goal. Would love to see them score first once in a while. Or more often than they do anyway. It's going to be Pape on the half wall. Dylan King on your draw. Ligda in the slot with Gianna in the I formation right behind her. And I believe that is Eva Molnar on the left. It is. It'll go Pape to Monaco. Monaco to Molnar. Molnar chips it out of the zone. Collected by the Spartans. Going to go right back the other way. Off the skates of Monaco. She picks it up. Goes D to D to partner Pape. Pape up to Ligda. Ligda tips one forward into the zone. It goes all the way down the left wing corner. Spartans going to work. Molnar trapping out to King on the far side, right wing Hashbergs. Backing up is Monaco along with Pape and Ligda. 2-on-2 with a back checker and Ligda. Poke check by G. Stood up and intercepted by Pape. Pape on the far side, getting out of the zone. Runs through the body check. Cross ice towards Ligda. Pushed into the right wing circle. Backhand in the zone, Jalmerson style by the Spartans. Down behind the goal line, collected by Pape. Pape goes over to Vernig. Vernig back to Pape. She's got time and space. Up to Cinquino. Cinquino to Patak, off her skates, collected back by Nora, who's going to spin around and slam it in deep. Behind the net of the Spartans, left to right, collected by the defenseman of Stanstead. Poke check by Conklin, picked up by Cinquino on the back check now. Tommy C with good body position, but it slides past Hall into the left wing corner. Spartans going to work, trying to center a pass, cut off by Patak and Hall in left wing corner. Picked back up by the Spartans, out towards MC, down to Cinquino. Fires one wide left, off the glove of Hall, left wing corner. They got 2 on the puck, immediate like flies on it, man. Out to Vernig, here to the near side to Tommy C. Cinquino going to push up the ice, goes cross ice, just missing the stick of Conklin. She tried to bet midair, and it's in the right wing corner for the Spartans. D to D pass behind the net. Here to the near side, left wing circle. Coming in is going to be Field, who picks her pocket. Highway robbery in broad daylight, folks. Andy Hall bounces it up towards Conklin in front of the Spartan bench. Is sent in deep for Field now on the forecheck. Spartan back it out real quick, not allowing much time for the Sabres to get their forecheck set up. Thrown high into the air over Monaco. Glove down by Krushelnyski on the far side. Krushelnyski pushing it up the ice into the hands of Golden. Poke checked away by the Spartans. Dropped it back D to D pass here to the near side. Here comes Elena Monaco. Forcer goes sauce across in the middle of the ice to Krushelnyski. Back out towards Monaco, knocked away by Field as it was into the chest of the Spartans. And it's going to be Golden here, left wing circle, hangs onto it. She gets run off the wall. Monaco comes in, tries to bash it into the corner. She's bodied off, picked up by Field. Field sends one to the right wing corner. It's going to be Elena Monaco on the forecheck now. She comes over, she pops the girl in a corner. Up in the air, Gorbatenko flip out of play into the netting right there at the right wing hash marks at 2:57, and we'll get an offensive zone faceoff for the Sabres. Headed out there now for Coach Ellie's squad. Belanger, Lee, and Bolding up front. Krushelnyski and Pape on D. And they're booting Lee out of the face-off circle. Bolding coming in now. Holding on the draw, won by the Spartans. They go right in front of the net. Up the ice they go, 3-on-2 with Bolding back checking in front of Krushelnyski. Tied up and swatted away by Bolding in the left wing corner. Spartans regaining control. Out past Belanger here to the near side for Pape. Pape to Lee. Out of the zone collected by the Spartans as it was just missing on the connection. 2-on-2. Top of the right circle. Lee gets on the offensive side of it. Coming in is Pape. Pape pushes one forward to Lee. Lee up off the glass. Past the stick of the defender. No icing. And it's going to be Siri Bolding on the forecheck. Spartans regroup behind the net, left to right on the far side. Coming in is going to be Belanger and Bolding. Back behind the net it goes. Lee gets on it now. Lee chops it loose in front of the Zamdors. The Spartans come away with it in front of their own zone. Blue line. Picked back up by Lee at neutral ice. She's going to carry it across wide right. Bolding. Belanger heads to the right left post. Cross in front of the net. We're going to get smothered by the goaltender before Belanger can get to it at 2:05 to go here in period number 1. Sabres go for the line change. It's going to be Ligda, King, and Molnar up front. Monaco and Vernig on D from right to left. King wins it cleanly back to G, off her stick and out of the zone. Gianni going to get to it, backhands it right to Molnar. Molnar shoved it in the zone, but intercepted quickly by the Spartans. Chip past Vernig. Vernig now, top of the right circle inside of her own zone. Cuts back, spins one over here to Ligda. Ligda back behind the net into the left wing corner, going to be dug out of the wall by G. G up to Molnar. Molnar back to G. G chipped it to King. King out to Ligda. It's Ligda and a King and a 2-on-2. Ligda, right circle, comes down low. Poke check by the Spartans. Loose change. King coming in now to try to pin it in. 3 white jerseys down low. Swung over here to the near side by the Spartans. Going to be dug out of the wall by Vernig just here in front of the blue line. Back in the corner for Ligda. Over to Vernig. Vernig sends one forward looking for the tip on Ligda. Was crashing left post. Back in front of the net it goes, or behind the net. Ligda along with Molnar to Patak. Patak here near side. Patak cuts back down low, sends it over. Tried 2 girls on Patak. Muscled out towards the blue line, kept in by Hall. Cinquino heads to the net. Vernig left point, walks in, left face off top, fires a shot, blocked by the Spartans as they collapse on the net. Vernig gonna hack at it, knocked it loose, picked up by Vernig. They're going right back the other way into the hands of Cinquino. Cinquino to Patak, high left circle, fires one across, looking for the stick of Conklin, no go, and it's the Spartans go right back the other way. Conklin loses her twig. Here comes Patak in front. Spartans going to go across the ice inside of the blue line. Poke check by Krushelnyski. Loose change for Golden. It's Golden and Cinquino. Juliana to TC. Tommy C walks in and fires one off the shin guards in the right wing corner. Stanstead doing a nice job of blocking shots right now as they're collapsing and taking away lanes. Down behind the net. Spartans wrap it around here right to left. And they're going to try to push it up here. Chip past Golden, intercepted by Monaco. Monaco to Golden, back inside as Juliana chips it in. It'll be field trapping right. Monaco left, out to the point, F3. Golden off the stick of Monaco. Punch forward by Krushelnyski. Picked back up by the one-man wrecking crew. She fires a shot, but it doesn't get through. Another shot blocked by the Spartans. It's Andy Hall on a foot race. Hall with the inside position. Gets it on it, and behind the net of Hugh she goes, right to left on the far side. A little bit of miscommunication with Krushelnyski, and that sound is the end of the first period. So at the end of 1, it's the Spartans 1 and the Sabres nothing as we head to our first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by D'Amato's Bakery and Subs on Grand Avenue in May in Chicago, Illinois. D'Amato's Bakery and Subs, our bread, your butter. Stop in and see Rosanna. Tell her I said hi, folks. Get yourself a loaf of Italian bread, a sfogliatella, maybe a cannoli, some Sicilia pizza, some cookies, sub sandwich, whatever, man. It's all good there. Enjoy the intermission. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup for the second period for the Shattuck St. Mary Sabres. Charlotte Lee, Eva Belanger, Siri Bowling. It's going to be Hall and Krushelnyski on D. And big 35 Q in net, 15 minutes on the clock to get the second period underway. And the Sabres are working from the left to right if you're listening on the radio. Krushelnyski, right D, fires one off the shin guards into the right wing corner. Picked up by Charlotte Lee, back behind the net for Belanger. Belanger trying to ramp up for Bowling in front of blue paint. Fire the shot, shoot. That's going to be a Charlotte Lee goal on the rebound. Let's check the replay. Creating chaos in front of the net, folks. Belanger slammed one out, rebounded out to Lee, who backhands one in the net. So credit Charlotte Lee with the goal, assisted by Belanger at 14:27 to go here in the period. And we've got ourselves a tie game. And for all you young hockey players out there, remember the words of Coach Dennis Michelak. If you want money, you go to the bank. If you want bread, you go to the bakery. If you want goals, you go to the net. Shot fired and saved by Q, picked up by G. G chipped over to Pape, and there was a little miscommunication there, but Albert Patak, right wing handful. Monaco goes down, coming in is Pape. Took the fire shot, saved by Q. No rebound given. Puck was still in front. Puck must have been loose. Now it's back behind the net. I actually thought she had it. Monaco's got it held up against the wall. Patak coming in. 14:03. Referee must have saw it laying there. Just like last night's game against the Warriors, Monaco comes with a loose change. She battles her way out of it. Little chip out towards MC. It's going to be TC and MC on the bottom, inside the offensive zone on the rush. Coming in is Patak. Conklin over to Cinquino. Cinquino just misses Patak in front of the blue paint there. Off the right post. Puck's going to slide out of the zone for Vernig. Vernig across the Sabre line. It's Conklin. Mattea walking in right side. Vernig heads to the net. Drops it for Patak. Patak right hands. Fire shot. Rebound out front. Puck is still loose. Drag here from Vernig. Vernig right wing corner. We got a puck in the corner, but the net must be off at 13:28. Yep, there it is, folks. It just got bashed off there on the left post. And that's the reason for the whistle. 13:28 to go here in the period. Your lineup out there now will be Ligda along with King and Molnar. Blue liners are going to be Vernig and Hall. It'll be Molnar right wing corner. Chips it over here to King right wing hash marks. Backing up his Vernig, or backing up his Hall rather. Ligda's going to cut it off, and it's going to be 3-on-2 the other way. Getting on the back check is Molnar and Ligda. Top of the right circle towards Vernig. Fires a shot, and it went in over the shoulder of Q. Bar down at 13:12 to go here in the period. Number 19 on the scoreboard. And it's 2-1. Short-lived on the tie game. As they make their way back out to center ice. It's going to be Golden Field and Elena Monaco up front. The Vernig or Krushelnyski and Pape on the D. Pape to Monaco. Monaco chipped there, intercepted by Stanstead here to the near side. Backing up is Krushelnyski, intercepted by Jaden. Jaden to Golden. Poke check back to Field. It's Field up the ice with Monaco and Golden. Field going in, top of the right circle. Monaco has the net. Coming in, Monaco fired a shot. It's going to be Field. Monaco comes in. She came across. That was a nice pick play by Elena, knocking the stick of the defender out of the way. Probably could have got an interference call, but the referees let it go. Monaco using that to let Jocelyn use her as a screen, firing a shot, but the netminder of the Spartans able to make the save and no rebound given. It's going to be Bolding along with Lee and Belanger up front. Pape and Krushelnyski on D. Belanger says with the net, coming in is Bolding. Right in front of the plate. Shoved in by... That's going to be Charlotte Lee, I believe, again. Or is that Siri Bolding? Nope, it is Lee. Let's check the replay, folks. Another dirty goal for the Sabres. Right in front, Charlotte Lee just dancing around the blue paint. And we've got ourselves a tie game at 12:41. Charlotte Lee, once again, here in the second period, just under 90 seconds apart, roughly speaking. And they make their way back out to center ice. It's Golden Field and Monaco up front. Vernig and G on D, and out of play off of Elena's stick. And you got Coach Boyk there right in the face. Nope. No, it was not Coach Boyk and Coach Williams. No, one of them was almost spitting chicklets. Thankfully not. It'll be an expensive morning for the Sabres coaching staff. If somebody was spitting chicklets, I am sure they probably do have dental insurance for their coaching staff, Buck and Shattuck. It'll be Gianna behind the net of Q in a race here. She picks it up. One hand's over here to the near side of field. Field out past Golden. Left point kept in by Spartans. Shot and a save by Q. She's going to smother it as the Sabres just collapse in front of Q. All 5 maroon jerseys getting in front of the blue paint. 12:18 to go, and Coach Ellie sends out a fresh set of forwards. Cinquino, Conklin, and Patak in the slot is going to be Vernig, then Conklin and Tommy C. Monaco, Gianna on the half wall. Here to the near side, picked up by G. She's going to wrap around over to TC. Tommy C chips one out of his own, looking for Conklin. It's Conklin in a one-on-one. Here comes Patak to the slot. Conklin, left face off that comes in, fires a shot off the post, back in the left wing corner, rebounded to TC. Cinquino going to work on the offensive side. Here comes Conklin for support. Patak down by the goal line, dragged out by Conklin. Conklin hits the brakes, sends it over to Cinquino, who's going to wrap one behind the net for Patak. Patak hits the brakes, spins it back to Conklin in front of the blue paint once again. And the Spartans able to push it off to the corner. Cinquino using the body there, chips it back down low for Conklin. Conklin coming in. Cinquino here to the right wing corner, gets rubbed off the puck. Spartans push it out to the point, kept in by Hall. Hall walks it in over to Cinquino. Cinquino in front, slam for Cinquino on the back door, stuffed in by Conklin. Actually, it's going to be stuffed in by Conklin, or who got it? Whatever it is, it's a Sabres goal. It's going to be Nora Patak on the Devil's door from TC and Conklin. So credit 15 and 21 with the assist for 19 at 11:31 to go here in the period. It's been a scoring affair so far here in the second period. We've got ourselves 4 goals in about 3 minutes. And the Sabres on top for the first time this morning. It's going to be Molnar, King, and Ligda up front. Blue liners are going to be Krushelnyski and Hall. Spartans pushing it right up in front of Krushelnyski. Headed to the net is going to be Spartans, blocked by Hall. Back top, let's go fires one across. Shot blocked by Hall. Swatted away by Q in the left wing corner. Hall's going to put her on the wall. Left wing corner coming in as King. Pitched out by the Spartans. Firing a shot off the crossbar back into the right wing corner. Rebounded out to the right point. Picked up by the Spartans. Right point towards Ligda. Fires a shot. Knocked down by Q. Back in the right wing corner for Hall. Hall, right wing hash marks, pushing up. Chips one to Ligda. Snuffed out by the Spartans in front of their own bench. Covering is going to be King on D. High in the slot towards Krushelnyski. Toe drag. Body loose by King. Nice defensive play by Dillon. Bouncing puck out of the zone. It goes for Krushelnyski. Push forward. Spartans going to have to regroup. Cut off by Molnar. Sent past Krushelnyski. Going to be slowed up by Q. Q going to leave it for Hall. Hall right to left here to the near side. A little bit of time and space. Bounces one to Molnar on the breakout across center. It's Molnar and Ligna. Molnar chips one in. Ligda the lone forechecker. Slowed up by the Spartans. Coming in down low. Ligda forces Belanger. Makes a move around Belanger. Chip past Lee. It's going to be Monaco and Conklin on D, or Pape on D. High right side. Poke check. Saved by Q. Rebound. Fan down by the Spartans. Coming in is Gianna. She pops it loose in the left wing corner. Holding coming down low. Chipped out to the left point. Pitch cut off by Bowling. Holding to Pape. Pape slams one in the right corner to G. G one hands one forward to Lee. Lee can't get out. She does. Chips one out towards the Belanger. Kept in by the Spartans. Loose change collected by Pape. Pape and Bowling. Pape cuts back across blue line. Sends one in left. Just off the left post. Picked up by the Spartans. Chip past Bowling out here to the point for Lee. Lee going to collect it and sends it right back up the strong side. Belanger kicks one loose. Out of the zone for Lee. Lee drops it to Pape. Pape back over to Belanger. Things calming down. Over to Pape now. Pape quarterbacking it over here to Lee. Or Bowling. Bowling. Poke check by the Spartans in front of the penalty boxes. Bowling going to chop it loose. Cut off by Belanger. Bowling pushes it at center. Picked off by Belanger. Puck slides over to the far side. Finally slapped in by the Spartans into the left wing corner here to the near side. Pape picks it up. Bounces one bad bounce off the board, but it's tipped out by Bowling. Belanger goes for the line change. And it's going to be Lee and Bowling in the neutral zone. Off the stick of Field. Picked back up by the Spartans. In front of Vernig. Looks to fire a shot. Stick save directed cleanly by Q in the left wing corner. Chip back down low for Field as they were trying the cycle play. Field hits the brakes and she flies right by. Does it once more time and lets him fly by. Field with some fancy moves there. Vernig up to Bowling. Bowling behind Monaco out to the far side to the Sabre benches. Monaco gets on it. Drops it back to Pape. Pape sends one forward. Intercepted by the Spartans. Cut off by Monaco. Picked up top of the field to fire a shot. Blocker save directed into the left wing corner. Punched down by Q. Here, top of the left circle. Poke check by Vernig. Back in the left wing corner towards Pape. Spartans going to work. Here to the near side, out towards Golden. Left point. Juliana popped it loose right in front of the boards here. Battle going on. It's Juliana versus 3. Spartans come away with it. High slot towards field. Left, right point. Looking to fire one wide right of the net of Q. Rebounding here to the near side for Golden. Golden slaps one out of the zone. That's going to go down for an icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 8:31 to go here in the period. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Spartans. Sabres go for the line change. Wholesale change out there now. It'll be Krushelnyski and Hall on D. Patak at center. Conklin and Tommy C. in the slot behind Hall. Face off to the right of Q in the left wing circle. Patak on your draw. Trying to get it at Stanstead. Chip down low for Krushelnyski. Slaps one out to Cinquino. Cinquino trying to muscle one towards Conklin. Picked up by Patak in front of the Sabre benches. Patak runs through a brick wall there. Pushes it inside the zone for Cinquino. Cinquino fires a shot blocked by the Spartans. Back down low. TC picks it up. Tommy C going to work left wing corner. Now looking for support. Here comes Patak. She digs it out. Looking for somebody in front of that. Conklin. Bottom of the circle. Fires a shot blocked by the Spartans on the far side. Cinquino gets back on the rebound. In the left wing corner, trapping now is going to be Conklin high. Patak low, Cinquino sandwiched in the middle there. 3-on-3 battle. Conklin trying to push one up the boards towards Krushelnyski and Hall. And it's stuffed there right on the boards. A 3-on-3 battle as Cinquino and Conklin are pinned in. Patak swings around to the backside of it. And it's finally muscled out towards Hall. Hall to Krushelnyski. Jade walks in, fires a shot. Rebound on the back door. Chipped in by Tommy C on the rebound. At 7:38. Let's check the replay, folks. It's been rebound hockey. It goes from Hall to Krushelnyski. Juicy rebound for Tommy C. And we've got a 4-2 game. So credit Krushelnyski and Hall with the assists at 7:38 here in the second period. As I said earlier, folks, remember the words of Coach Dennis. If you want money, you go to the bank. If you want bread, you go to the bakery. If you want goals, you go to the net. It's Molnar, King, and Ligda up front. Vernig and G on D. Vernig fans on the D-to-D pass, picks it back up over to G. G hit up Molnar. Molnar at center, going to push it into the right wing corner. Little Gorbatenko flip down low. Right wing circle, thrown behind the net, intercepted there by the Sabres. Sent one towards the front by Ligda. King comes in the right wing corner. She gets pinned in. Here comes Molnar now. She's got 2 on her. King. Ligda, F3, right wing circle. Ligda going to cut her off. Into the corner for King. King gets shoved off the puck. 3 red and white jerseys below the goal line. Now they fan it out. Look to go right up the middle with it. They do, trying to split it. King comes in, pushes it away at center. Going to send one right back in. And it's going to be Ligda on the forecheck, and the Sabres get the line change in. Here comes Charlotte Lee. Backing up is G. Out towards Lee. Chipped away by the Sabres. As Gianna collects it here. Goes D-to-D to Vernig on the far side. Vernig got Lee and Bolding, or Lee and Belanger and Bolding. Lee, top of the drops for Belanger. Belanger fires one low, looking for Bolding on the back door. Pape coming in, keeps it at the right point, sends one into Lee. Lee to Bolding. Bolding to Belanger. Belanger trying to fan it into the fan on a pass. He was trying to get it to Lee. Backing up is Pape. It's going to be 2-on-2 in front of Pape and Krushelnyski. Emma going to pop it loose. Right hash marks. Fire a shot. Saved by Q. No rebound given at 6:17 to go here in the period. Lots of goals so far this period, folks. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 1 for the Spartans and 4 for the Sabres. Face off into the right wing circle to the left of Q. In the slot is going to be Krushelnyski, the one-man wrecking crew, and Juliana Golden. Pape and Field are your other Sabres on site. It's going to be punched out of the zone by Golden. She got a piece of the cross-ice pass off signs as the Spartans are going to tag back up. Slowed up by Q, collected by Krushelnyski. She goes out to the point for Monaco in between her legs, picked up by the Spartans. Back down low towards Krushelnyski. Center pass blocked up by Pape. Out to Field. Is going to slide out of his own. Field in front of the Sabre benches. Field, Monaco, and Golden headed to the net. Hooked up is going to be Field. No call here to the near side as she had a big hook on it right between her leg, right between her arms. Out to Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski going to force her to chop it loose in left wing side hash mark. Coming in his field. Puck bounces behind the net for Emma Pape. Pape over to Elena. Elena now at the right blue line. Out to Golden. Golden chips one forward in the zone. Golden goes fakes right, goes left, picks it up behind the net. Golden, the lone forechecker with the loose change in the right corner. Juliana hanging on to it. Here comes Charlotte Lee along with Belanger. Hall patrolling at the right point in front of the blue line, and Vernig bouncing and surfing in and out there at the right point, left point. Hall over to Vernig now. Vernig left side, back to Hall. Hall high, slot walking in, fires a shot blocked by the Spartans. Out of play it goes at 5:08 here in the second. And we'll get a little bit of a wholesale change there for the Spartans, and the Sabres stand pat. It'll be Lee, Belanger, and Bolding up front. And it'll be Hall and Vernig on D. Bolding in the slot. Belanger on your draw, won by the Spartans. They go try D-to-D right behind the stick of Bolding and breaking it out quick towards Hall. And they're going to go right back the other way off the jersey of the Spartans. One-on-one in front of Vernig. Partner shot saved by Q. Rebound on the far side, swatted away by Vernig. Picked up here by Lee, who sends it behind the net. Bringing around here to the near side for Bolding. Bolding to send one forward to Belanger. Belanger at center. Pushing it up the ice she goes. Hacked on by the Spartans into the left wing corner. Belanger coming in. She finishes a body check there. I don't think she liked getting hacked and whacked on here. It's going to be Bolding down in the right wing corner now. Bolding sends it more towards Belanger, and she's cut off by 3 Spartans. Spartans doing a nice job of collapsing in front of the net. They're going to have to do a better job of collecting rebounds. And it's going to be picked up here by Hall as it was knocked, bodied off. Nice body check there by Gianna, who didn't get called. And at 4:16 to go here in the period, it's going to be the Spartans reversing the ice here to the near side, met by Cinquino. Out here at center, cross ice pass broken up by Andy Hall. Hall golfs one forward, 9-iron. In the zone is going to be offsides at 4:02. I think I said this before, but I bet you Andy Hall plays a mean golf game. Got a nice touch there. Chip pass up in the air. Short game is probably incredible. It's Cinquino along with Patak and Conklin up front, and Cinquino and her counterpart going at it there right in front of the Sabre benches. Pape and G on D. Referee telling Conklin and her counterpart to back up. Draw one cleanly by Patak to Pape. Pape over to G. G back to Pape. Pape looking, head up, play up to Patak. Off her stick it goes, tipped he says, in the right wing corner, and it was, but I think she was still behind center. It's Patak, got to first, center pass towards Cinquino, and that's going to go off one of the Stanstead players into the net. Let's see the replay, but that's a Sabres goal, folks. The last one to touch it will get credit for it. That would be Patak. Patak sends one forward, and it went right off the defender's skates and in, so Nora Patak at 3:45 unassisted. It's a scoring barrage here for the Sabres in the second period. It is 5-2. As we make our way back out to center ice, it'll be Monaco and Golden flanking field. Krushelnyski and Hall on D. Golden going to slam one in deep. It's going to be Elena Monaco on the forecheck. Left wing corner. The netminder was out of position there. The Monaco to Golden out to the point for Hall. Hall back over to Field. Field going to walk across the blue line now. Drops it for Hall. Hall in the corner for Golden. Golden out, back to Hall. Hall to Krushelnyski fires a one-timer shot blocked by the Spartans at 3:20 to go. Chip back down low. Krushelnyski pinches in hard. Field coming out. Monaco covering D. Picked off by Golden. Golden going to chip one into the right corner. Monaco's got to get on the defensive side of it again. She got to pick up the loose change. And it's going to be Elena over here. Goes cross ice for Hall. Hall across center. Sends one into Golden. Just intercepted by the Spartans. Golden harassing. Field, or King rather, trapping left. Golden right. Breaking out to the far side. Met by Molnar. Picked off by Krushelnyski. Offers skates towards the Sabre benches. And it's going to be Krushelnyski in a board battle there in a one-on-one. Here comes another white jersey. King joins the fray. Puck squirts back towards the Spartans. Cut off by Molnar. Molnar with a good stick there. She goes down though. Pushed out to the blue line. Kicked forward by Ligda. Ligda drops it to Vernig. Vernig's got Hall here on the near side. Goes right forward to Ligda, who chips one in towards Molnar. Intercepted by the Spartans, who are going to backhand one out of the zone, Jalmerson style. And it's picked up by Vernig. Vernig inside the zone, top of the right circle towards Q. Sends it over to Hall. Hall back behind the net, just misses Vernig, collected by the Spartans on the far side. Ligda got a nice play, get on the defensive side of it, force her to throw it away. And it's top of the right circle towards Hall. Right face off top, fires a shot. Saved by Q, no rebound given. And Quinn Kelly didn't like it none too much. Andy Hall coming in. The girl from Spartans comes in behind Hall, says something to her. Andy has a few words for her, but White and Big Q gets up. She did not look happy, folks. Not in there at 2:10 to go here in the second period. Your lineup out there now is going to be Golden along with the one-man wrecking crew in the slot with Big Sister G stacked in the I formation. The Monaco girls making up the The right flank of that line with Golden there in the slot. Vernig on the far side, sends it over to Elena. Elena on the right wing, left wing half wall, right wing half wall, chips it out to Golden. Golden going in the left wing corner, beats her to it. Golden left to right here to the near side. Monaco in field and toe. Drops it for G. G bodied loose for Golden. Golden with the toe drag, high slide, fires a shot wide right. It's going to be Elena Monaco, right wing corner, stick check. Monaco taken down, goes on top of the girl. Golden coming in. Golden just gets hammered in the wall. Out to the point for G. G going to send one in the net. Tipped in front. Picked up by Field. Field trying to stuff one in. Puck is loose. Knocked loose by Monaco. Puck is still for Golden, rather. Picked behind the net. Picked up by Field. The net is off, and we should get a delay of game there, I would think. Let's see the replay on that, folks. Here it comes, the goaltender laying on her back. Picked up here to the near side, wrapping around. And absolutely, the girl knocked it off cleanly without even trying. It wasn't even like it was unintentional. That's a delay of game. You can't do that, folks. 90 seconds to go. It's Charlotte Lee along with Belanger and Bolding. Pape and Crucial Niski on D. Bolding right in front, out to the point. Going to be stepping in as Pape. Pape picks it up in front of the blue line. Sends it back into the corner for Belanger. Belanger run off. Here comes Lee. Lee right wing side, out to Pape right point. Pape walks the line like Johnny Cash. Drops it for Lee. Lee fires from the right side. Rebound into the left wing corner for Crucial Niski. 1:07 to go. Jaden tried to send one down low. 3 white jerseys all over it, but Lee just gets the shot off. Rebound save, and another save by the goaltender there at 59.5 seconds to go in the period. And we'll get another offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. It'll be Tommy C on left wing, Conklin in the slot, attack on your draw, Crucial Niski and Pape on D. Face off in the right wing corner for the Spartans. Breaking it out here to the near side towards Pape. Going to bounce one up the penalty boxes, collected by Emma. She's going to chop it loose for Patak. Patak up to Conklin. Conklin tried to split the D, but loose change collected by Tommy C. Tommy fires one from the high slot. One just smothered by the goaltender as Cinquino lost his edge there behind the net. 41 seconds to go here in period number 2. It'll be Conklin back in the slot. Attack on your draw. Cinquino on the half wall. And we're going to get a whistle. And the centerman for the Spartans is going to get booted as the Spartans encroach the circle before the drop. Blue liners are Vernig and Hall. 38 seconds to go now. Spartans on the near side, breaking it out. Cut off by Conklin. Out of the zone it goes, right in front of Hall. Hall going to cut her off. Blowing a tire is going to be Hall. Towards the slot. Coming in is Vernig and Patek. Backing up is Hall. Left point towards Conklin. High slot towards Cinquino. Cinquino going to carry it on right face up. That comes down low. Fires a shot. Saved by Kelly here to the near side. He's going to slide out of the zone. Collected by the Spartans with 18 seconds to go here in the period. Cross ice pass in front of Conklin and Cinquino. Towards Patek. Pushed inside the zone by the Spartans. Patek puts her in the wall. Cinquino on the defensive side of it. Chips it down low for Hall with 8 seconds. Hall drags it to her forehand. She's going to pin it in. It's going to be a 2-on-2 battle. Hall goes down. Patek falling on top of it. Cinquino comes in. The 3-on-3 battle, and that sound is the end of the period. And Cinquino barking at number 4 from the Spartans. You can only imagine what Tommy C had to say there. That sound is the end of period number 2, and an eventful second period, folks. 5 goals by the Sabres. As we head to the second intermission, it's the Sabres 5 and the Spartans 2. This second intermission brought to you by Mama Maria's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria in Bensonville, Illinois. Mama Maria is voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Bensonville by me and Rocky. Enjoy the intermission, folks. It's the Ice Cut. And it's 10:50 here in Boston, 9:50 back in the Midwest. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Maybe throw some Bailey's Irish Cream in there. We'll see you in a little bit, folks. Enjoy the intermission. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame here at the Canton Ice House in Canton, Massachusetts. We're starting the lineup for the third period. The one-man wrecking crew on left wing. Jocelyn Field at center. Juliana Golden right winging it. Vernig and Hall on DQ has the net. 15 minutes are on the clock to get this third period underway. It's Monaco on the forecheck, and the Sabres are working from right to left if you're listening on the radio. Spartans lose the puck. It's chipped over to Hall. Hall inside the zone, collected by the Spartan D. Pulling it back behind their netminder, D to D. Monaco on the forecheck now. Chip for, blocked by Field to Monaco. Monaco back to Golden. Golden bumped off the puck. Coming in his Field. Monaco on the forecheck. She's going to pop it loose in front of the Sabres and body hip checks the girl off the puck behind the net. Pass Golden on the far side. Pinching in is going to be Hall. Kicked off the shin guard. Swatted away by Hall, and she sends it right back down behind the net. Spartans pulling it off. Right to left here to the near side. Here comes Tommy C. Headmans it past Tommy C. Picked up by Hall. Hall to Cinquino. It's Cinquino walking in with Conklin and Patak in tow. Over to Conklin. Right hash marks on the far side. Off her stick in the right wing corner for the Spartans. Down low. Cinquino going to intercept. Hooks out the far side for Monaco. G walks line. Fans on it. Picks it back up. A little bit of time and space for G. G over to Pape now. Left point. Pape to Cinquino. Cinquino looking for Pape McConklin on the front door. And then back door of the Devil's door. Chipped away by the Spartans into the left wing corner for G. G behind the net of Q. Left to right. Breaks it out to Tommy Little 5. Cinquino here to the near side. Chipped it over to Conklin. Swatted away by the Spartans. Picked up by Pape. Pape pushes one forward to Cinquino. Into the hands of the Spartans. And they pull it back inside their own zone. Allowing the Sabres to set up the forecheck on the far side. Out towards Charlotte Lee. That's right. That's Eva Belanger. In front of Pape now into the right wing corner, past Pape. Releasing, Emma comes down now, right to left on the far side. Spartans going to work. Left wing Hasbrook, center pass broken up by Cinquino into the left wing corner for Crucial Niski. Jaden sends it D to D behind the net for Pape. Pape, a lot about time and space up here. Chip forward by Tommy C, but that's going to slide down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. Cinquino looking for Belanger on that tip forward. A little too hot to handle by number 5, or number 21. She's little 5, even though she's 21. It'll be Lee in the slot along with Crucial Niski and Bolding. Belanger going to take your draw. Hall in the right wing corner. Chips it over to Jaden. Jaden out to Bolding. Siri, right wing hash marks on the far. Left wing hash on the far side. Pushing it out to Belanger. Belanger cut off there by the Belanger. Top of the right circle, far side for Crucial Niski. Right point. Fires a shot. Tipped away by the Spartans. Picked up by Bolding. Here to the near side. Chips it down low into the Zamdors. In front of Lee. Left wing circle. Down low. Blocked by Belanger behind the net. She's got Bolding in front of the blue paint. Belanger fires a short side backhand shot, and it's saved by the netminder of the Spartans at 12:39 here in the third. Faceoff goes into the left wing circle. And the Sabres stand pat. Bolding and Lee flanking right and left of Belanger. Hall and Crucial Niski left to right on D. Lee to Hall. Hall left point over to Belanger. Belanger tried to bounce one towards Lee. Intercepted by the Spartans. And it's going to be cut off by Hall at center. Hall chips one right back up the boards towards the Sabres bench. Picked up by the Spartans. Left circle. Looks the toe drag. She does. Fires a shot. Saved by Kelly. And the rebound. And we're going to call that a goal as the net was off. I believe it is a goal. Maybe not. No. It is not a goal. Looked like it went in. So no goal. I did not see the puck, so I actually thought it went in the net. Out there now is going to be Field on your draw. Molnar and Ligda. Shot and a save by Q. Blue liners are going to be Vernig and G. Right point towards Ligda. Ligda going to cut it off. Going to send one out of the zone. Collected by the Spartans inside of their zone. Allowing Molnar to set up the forecheck along with Ligda and Dylan King. Backing up is going to be Vernig and G. Spartans send one top of the left circle, far side. King takes away the slot pass. Little royal road play there by the Spartans. Try to get it out is going to be Molnar sending that one towards the Spartan Tendy. And it's picked up by the Spartans here in front. King and Ligda trapping right and left out of the zone, neutral zone for the Spartans. One-on-one in front of Golden. High right circle, saved by Quinn. Rebound out front. And a little bit of a pile up there as Pape and the Spartan forward went down. Q gets up and skates it off to the left wing circle. Comes back to her net at 11:36 to go here in the period. And the Sabres go for the line change. It's going to be Monaco, Pape, and Golden in the slot. Field on your draw. Crucial Niski on the half wall. Face off to the left of Q in the right wing circle. Field gets knocked off. Saved by Kelly on the point blank shot. Monaco's got a girl tied up in front of the net. Swung off here to the near side. We got a broken twig by somebody. It's going to be picked up here by Golden. Sent past Monaco off the stick into the corner for Field. Field goes over to Pape. Pape trying to break it out towards the lane, intercepted by the Spartans. Pape puts a body on it, knocked it loose back into the left wing corner. Pape behind the net for Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski chips one to Monaco. Monaco one hands, one forward. Cut off by the Spartans. Out of the zone by Krushelnyski to Golden. It's Golden and Field, 2-on-1. Golden comes in, over to Field. Field fires one front, rebound out in front, but smothered by the goaltender. No rebound given. I actually thought there was one that was going to slide out there, but the Tendy makes a nice save at 10:57 to go here in the period. Your lineup out there now for the Sabres will be Conklin, Patek, and Cinquino from right to left. Hall and Vernig on D, right to left as well. Hall over to Patek. Patek to Vernig, who creeped in here on the back door on the left wing side. Out of the zone it goes for Conklin. Conklin backhands one into the corner. It's going to be Cinquino on the forecheck. Patek F2 and Conklin switching over here left wing hash marks. Vernig fires one to Cinquino. Cinquino got tipped it in the right wing corner. TC sends one down to Patek. Conklin in front of the net. Out to the point it goes to Hall. Bounces over her stick because it was backhanded by Cinquino. Puck's going to slide around. Hall's got one on her. She sends one over quick to Vernig. Picked up here by Patek at center. Going to be 3 on the rush right away. Covering D is Conklin. Now Conklin joins into the middle left wing corner. Come down to Cinquino. Chipped off to the far side by the Spartans. Right wing hash marks. Conklin thrown into the hands of the Spartans. They're going to try to split the D. Cut off there by Hall. Hall going to send one in. She's got a rush with her. Cinquino goes to the net. Hall fires one forward. Blocked by the Spartans. Left to right on the far side. Coming in is Belanger. Drops it back. Cut off by Bolding. Puck is loose on the far side in front of the Sabre benches. Now cut off by Hall. Picked back up by the Spartans. Poke check by Cinquino. In front of Belanger now. Looking for the drop pass. Top of the right circle. Looks to fire a shot. Knocked down in front. Saved by Q. Another save by Q. Rebounded down low for Belanger. Back in front. Another save by Q. Blocked by, that's going to be Charlotte Lee. Backhanded by Hall. The Bolding. Bolding pushes one forward to Belanger. Knocked up in the air by the Spartans. Trying to drag it out was going to be Lee. Sent past Pape. Stepping up is going to be Bolding. Firing a shot. Saved by Q. Directed in the left wing corner. Far side for Hall. Hall stick checks it. Poke check by Belanger. She blows a tire and goes face first into the wall. She gets up okay. Here to the near side for Lee. Lee backhands one out. Justin style. Glove down by the Spartans there neutral. Bolding gets on it. Sends one forward. Here comes Belanger. Spartans cut back in front of Monaco now. 2-on-2 in front of Pape and G. Top of the left circle. Poke check. Blocks. Shot blocked by Monaco. She gets a fistful right there to the face. Blocked by Pape. Into the right wing corner. Saved by Q. Here comes Monaco. Monaco just hammers the girl and puts her in the wall. Loose change for Belanger. Belanger to Lee. Kept in by the Spartans. In the hands of Pape now. Pape goes D to Gianna. Gianna left wing circle. Cuts back. Hangs on to it. Goes over to Pape. Creating some time and space. Pape up to Lee. Lee at center. Going to collect it. Walks across the blue line right side. Looking for support. Molnar coming in along with King. Lee sends it in deep. Right to left here to the near side. 8:36 to go. On the offensive side, Molnar dropping it back down low. It's going to be the Spartans. Left to right, they go D to D. Ligda comes in right wing hash marks now and pins it in. Molnar trapping left, and they send it back here to the near side. The Spartans pushing it up the strong side towards King. A little backhand saucer pass out of zone, broken up by Ligda. King comes in, ties up a stick, and the Spartans drag it inside the zone. Drop pass taken on, and we're going to get a penalty this point in the game at 8:13 to go. Tripping is going to be the call on the Sabres. Looks like Dylan King headed to the sin bin here in period number 3. First penalty of the contest at 8:13. Resulting in a Classic Packaging PK. This penalty kill brought to you by Classic Packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic Packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. Your penalty killers out there now are going to be Ligda and Conklin, Vernig and G. Monaco going to push it off to the left wing corner. That girl from the Spartans didn't like it. She tried to cross-check G from behind. Out to the high slot towards Conklin. Over to far side to Ligda. Firing a shot blocked by Ligda. Glove down by the Spartans. Hand pass is going to be the call. Monaco blows a tire there. She got a little out of sorts there. 1:07 to go on that Classic Packaging PK. Hand pass will be the call at 7:50 remaining in the third. Face-off going to go just outside the zone. And we're going for a defensive change. It'll be Krushelnyski and Pape making their way out onto the ice along with Lee and Conklin. Face-off in front of the Sabre benches for Pape. Poked forward by the Sabres, tied up by Charlotte Lee picked up by Krushelnicki. Out of the zone it's going to go, and it clears all the way down by the Zamdors here to the near side behind the tendy of the Spartans. Charlotte Lee and Conklin backing up. Left foot, right wing circle blocked by Charlotte Lee. Picked back up by the Spartans. Lee harassing, hacking on it. Makes a move around Conklin. Cuts back. Puck is loose for Krushelnicki. Krushelnicki sends one forward towards the Spartan benches. Picked up here by the Spartans, D to D. Krushelnicki having to back up now, covering D's. Pape. Pape fans on it, but gets loose change and sends one back out. Collected by Brooklyn Ligda. Ligda chips one forward. Cut off by the defender. Brooklyn with the offensive hands. They're trying to put that around the defender. Makes a move towards the slot. Poke check by Krushelnicki with 19 seconds to go here on this classic packaging PK. Charlotte Lee, right wing hash marks, into the hands of Krushelnicki, who sends one down with 12 seconds to go on that classic packaging PK. 6:50 to go here in the period. In this 3-4 seconds, you guessed it, folks, we are going to be even strength. Successful kill by the Sabres. King heads of the bench. Headed out there now will be Jocelyn Field. It'll be Conklin along with Field up front, along with Ligda. Just in front of the Spartan line. On the far side, breaking it out towards Field. Field pushes it back at center. Off the stick of the Spartans. They throw it in, collected by Hall. Hall going to go right away to Conklin. MC bounces one forward, fights through the body, checking the left wing circle. Spartans pick it up though. Cutting off by Juliana Golden on the far side. Field comes in right wing hash mark. Out to the point for Vernig. Vernig to Field. The girl from the Spartans lost the stick. Field gets back up, picks up a loose change. She comes across the blue line, sends over to Hall, left point. Hall walks in, tries to hit Golden on the back door. Shot or pass blocked by the Spartans. Golden coming in along with Elena Monaco. Monaco comes away with it, sends over to Field. Field chips one forward. Blocker save. Monaco shoves it to that save by the goaltender. Puck is loose behind the net on the far side for Vernig. Vernig right side. Walk Field off her stick. It's picked up by the Spartans. It's going to be a one-on-one in front of Vernig. Hall back checking. Across the blue line. Poke check by Hall. Picked up by Golden. Golden to Hall. Hall's got Monaco breaking. Elena comes in, sends it in deep. She's going to forecheck it behind the netminder into the right wing corner. Monaco gets to it, just tries to blow the girl up. Puck is loose for Belanger. Belanger right corner now. Puck is loose on the right wing hash marks. Backing up is G and Pape. Intercepted in the breakout is going to be Golden. Sends one right back in the other way. The Sabres regroup. Spartans regrouping. Pape cuts it off. There's some good neutral zone trapping there by the Sabres right now. Belanger coming in front of the Zamdors. She knocks it free. Lee in front of the blue paint along with Boulding, stacked in that I formation higher in the slot. Lee going to work in the right corner. It's getting fast and physical out there with 5 minutes to go here in the third. 3 Sabres on that strong side of that corner. Going to be Boulding, who backhands one out the G. She's going to take it out of the boards, bounces back off the wall, hits Boulding, right hash marks. Boulding fires one low. Rebound slid across the blue paint for Lee. Lee looking for the Hattie out here, and it's going to be Monaco, right hash mark, sends one back down low, looking for Lee once again. Lee chopping it free, picked up by the defender of the Spartans. Pushing it up towards Pape now. Boulding on the back check here, blue at the center. Going to put a stick on it, knocked it free. Poke check free for Belanger. Spartans go for a line change. Belanger with speed. Lee until Monaco joining the rush. Lee, right side, fires a shot. Glove save and smothered at 4:26 by the tendy of the Spartans. Another offensive zone face-off for Shattuck. As we go back to the right wing circle. Wholesale change for coaching. Quino, Patak, Conklin up front. Hall and Krushelnicki on D. Hall, right point. Sends it down low for TC. Creeping in on that back door, trying to catch the Spartans puck watching. Back inside the zone for Ligda. Ligda chips it down low. I thought that was MC. I'm sorry, folks. It was going to be Brooklyn. Ligda. Sauce past Ligda. Here they come, the Spartans. 3-on-2. The other way up. Patak back checking. In front of Krushelnicki. Saucer pass in the middle, broken up by Hall, and then hands up Patak. Patak to Cinquino. Glove down by the Spartans. Push forward by Cinquino, collected by the Spartans, dropping it back, and they're going to regroup. Chip past Ligda. Up the ice they go, trying to split the D. Poke check by Krushelnicki, picked up by Hall, who chips one out of the zone off the glass. Ligda harassing. Here in front of the penalty boxes, puts her in the wall. Cinquino on the offensive side of it. Patak coming in for support. Now Hall backing up. There's a penalty box. George is going to be Hall. Puck squirts out to the far side, and it's going to be Krushelnicki coming in. That puck's going to go off a couple of sticks and out of play at 3:35 to go here in the third. Face-off should go back to center. And it will. Sabres complete the line change. King on your draw. Conklin and Molnar left and right on wing. Vernig and G on D. Conklin gets the face-off, tried the backhand one in Jalmerson style, but it's snuffed and stripped by the Spartans. Out towards Molnar. Here comes the Spartans. Cross ice in front of Vernig. 2-on-2. Vernig going to take her in the right wing corner. Cuts her off down by the corner goal line. Vernig shoved off the puck. Here comes Monaco. Centering pass. swatted away and intercepted by Conklin. Conklin and Molnar going up. Vernig joins the rush along with Dylan King. Back in the left wing corner for Molnar. 3:09 to go. Molnar behind the net, hanging on to it, pushes it over to MC. MC's got Vernig left point. Vernig bounces out, cuts back, hits Conklin. Conklin chips one back down by the Zamdors, collected by the Spartans. Pushed up towards Vernig once again. She seals up the wall. Back to King. Out to the point is going to be Conklin covering D. Back in the left wing corner. Now it's going to be Molnar and Conklin on the forecheck. Out to the right side. Backing up is Gianna. Bouncing one forward. Stuffed by Field. Field in front of the top of the right circle. Gets knocked off the puck. Spartans regrouping out here to the near side. Intercepted by Elena Monaco. Is going to throw one up off the glass. She gets tripped up. No call. Down behind the net for Golden. Golden with Field and Monaco in support. Golden, top of the right circle, bounces one to Pape. Pape sends one down low for Field. Monaco pushes her in the right wing corner, looking to set a pick play. She did. Little Gorbatenko flip out of the zone by the Spartans. She's got two coming at her. Krushelnyski picking it up, cutting back. Krushelnyski hooked off the puck. The girl from Stanstead goes into the wall hard. She blew a tire. And they're going to have to pull it back and regroup, waiting for them to touch back up on side. Towards Field on the far side in front of Monaco. Just behind Monaco's stick there. Into the slot. Monaco with the good stick check there from behind. Puck slides over here to the near side. Coming across going to be Pape along with Field. Out to the right point. Monaco is going to come in and force her to throw it underneath along with Field. Puck goes in the left corner for Krushelnyski. Krushelnyski up off the glass. Bad bounce off the stanchion, but it's picked up by Golden. Golden at center. Sabres go for the line change. Juliana cuts back in the left wing corner. She's tripped up. And we're going to get a power play out of this one at 1:38 to go here in the contest. The Sabres end up with their second power play of the day. Tripping will be the call. It'll be number, let's see here, number 15 headed to the sin bin here in period number 3, resulting in a Sabres power play. This power play brought to you by Gene and Jude's Hot Dogs in River Grove on River Road. Gene and Jude's, no seats, no ketchup, no pretense, no nonsense. Your power play unit out there now. We're looking a little out of sorts here. It's going to be Conklin along with Belanger and Lee. Krushelnyski and Hall on D. Down low for Lee. Lee working it out to the point for Hall. Hall over to Belanger. Belanger sends one to the middle. Just missing the stick of Krushelnyski. Back into Conklin. Conklin to Hall from the point over to Belanger. Belanger unleashed one on the back door for Lee. Conklin collects the rebound back to Lee. Lee here now. Cycles it out towards Hall. 55 seconds to go on that Gene and Juice power play. Touch across. Conklin on a one-timer. Just misses wide right into the corner. Rebounded out to the point for Hall. Hall sends one down low for Krushelnyski. Spin back for Lee. Saved by the netminder. Picked back up by Krushelnyski. 50 seconds to go. We're going to get a whistle as the netminder lost a blocker and a stick. Now, it's interesting that they blew that one dead, folks, because I have seen this in the past. The goaltender loses a blocker that is not to be blown dead. I had to look that up because I actually thought that was a rule. And it happened in one of the Phantoms, Chicago Phantoms games, where the netminder from the Phantoms lost his blocker. They didn't blow it dead. Looking up the rule in USA Hockey, the attendee is only required to have a helmet on. If he loses his glove or his blocker, they don't have to blow it dead. Shot fired by Golden. Out to Bolding. Bolding over to Vernig. Vernig goes to the far side over to Field. Field in front of Golden. 31 seconds to go here in the period. 20 seconds remaining on that Gene and Juice power play. Golden down low for Patak. Patak over to the point. Field to Vernig. Vernig back to Field. Field walks it in right face off top. Fires one low. Pad save. Juicy rebound for Golden. And it's going to be picked up by the Spartans. They're going to throw it away all the way down to clear the zone with 5 seconds to go on that Gene and Juice power play. 10 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Left wing circle, far side. Vernig hits the brakes, 5 seconds, curls around to the left wing hash marks, bounces one out to Patak. Patak going to chip one inside the zone. End of the game. Your final score here from the Canton Ice House. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 5 and the Stanstead College Spartans 2. As we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies Recap. For the visiting Stanstead College Spartans, penalties on number 18 in the first period, interference at 7:06, and number 15 tripping in the third at 1:38. Goals scored by number 4, Shorty at 6:31 in period number 1, and at 13:12 in the second period, number 19 got on the scoreboard. For the home team and victorious Shattuck St. Mary Sabres, tripping on Dylan King, the lone penalty for the Sabres in the third period at 8:13. Goals, a barrage of them in the second, all of them in period number 2. Charlotte Lee had a pair back-to-back, 14:27 and 12:41, one of them assisted by Eva Belanger. Nora Patak in the second at 11:31, assisted by Tommy Little 5 and Matea Conklin. Then it went Tommy C on the scoreboard from Krushelnyski and Hall at 7:38 in the second, and rounding out the scoring affair is Nora Patak unassisted at 3:45 in the second period. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast this weekend. Thank you for watching. Your final score here from the Canton Ice House. The Shattuck St. Mary Sabres 5. The Stanstead College Spartans 2. Catch us in 2 weeks, folks. Everybody hopefully has a safe travels home. Happy Thanksgiving to all. And we will see you in Madison, Wisconsin for a Monaco Hockey Live extravaganza with 8 contests going to be taking place that weekend. There'll be 2 16U Shattuck St. Mary games, 2 19U Shattuck St. Mary games, and 4 Chicago Phantom games, all in the same building. Can you believe it? We will see you then, folks. Thanks for watching, and as we sign off, as always, for the weekend, good night, Minnesota Lakers Grandma, wherever you are.